All right, so let's call the Conservation Commission meeting to order on May 12th. It is 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock on the nose. Let's see, we'll do roll call and then we'll go to our guest and then you can, okay.
Peter DeLisa.
Chris Pickle.
Deb Mapes.
And Susanna Burns, I'm the guest.
Yeah.
Garden Club.
Lynette Wacker, staff.
Nina Regan.
Lori Pavlos.
Joe Russo.
Kristen. Okay. All right, so. Donnie, I know you're here to talk about.
I thought your fair was great. I didn't get many people interested in the garden club, but it gave me time to go around and visit everyone else that was there. I got a lot of information that was very specific to Old Saybrook. I loved what I learned about the preserve, about the solar farm going in, a lot of the environmental issues. So I thought it was a great way to get information. Our event we held at the library. This is the 4th year we've done Earth Day. It's for young children. This year we had 52 people total. We had 25 kids. The choice to do it at the end of April vacation turned out wasn't a good one. Our attendance was down from the year before, but we chose that because of a travel schedule of one person on my team. We didn't think it would make that much of a difference, but I think it did. But for the kids who came, it was great. They painted bird feeders. We played garden bingo. I had gotten prizes from all the local businesses. So a lot of kids would even go get ice cream at the local places after. We did, they made plant markers. We had Earth Day tattoos. It's a great event for young children, but we just have to figure out how to get them there because we compete with sports on everything. So last year we lucked out. We had 89 people at our event, but it was raining. So that stuff gets canceled. And I went to the environmental fair out in Groton. It's at the Groton Library and everybody's there. The Groton Library is huge. They have kids things. They have like every environmental organization in the state is there. It's a lot of fun.
Wow.
So I don't know if there's any way we could combine our events because I think someone told me that you chose to have yours not tied around Earth Day because you compete with other places as far as vendors go, or
Well, or compete.
And with participants. Right?
Yeah.
participants.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Had pretty decent vendors last year, but there was a lot of stuff going on. I don't even remember now, but yeah. It wasn't great weather, but still the fishing tournament was going on with Parks and Rec.
In surrounding towns also for Earth Day, that people were, the publicity, we always struggle with publicity.
Yeah.
I feel like for your publicity, you should, like, I didn't realize I would learn so much about Old Saybrook. I thought the publicity was more just on the environment, but on environment that's specific to the town. Like I told people what I learned there, and they were like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't know anything about that. It's good. And how do you advertise? I happened to see a poster and I was hanging my poster at Ashland Farm on the bulletin board, but what other advertising do you do there?
Yeah, so we had posters on Main Street and a couple of other, businesses on Route 1 and stuff. And then it's in Harbor News.
Okay.
And you did a press release.
Electronic signs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
we do that too.
I didn't see.
No.
We did once. I mean, it's scrolls.
Scrolls, so they're.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't do lawn signs, but we were informed that they're not allowed, so. It
Oh,
would be
they're not.
bad for a town commission.
Everybody else does.
Everybody else does it. For a town commission to not follow the rules would
okay.
be bad. But that's the only thing that breaks through to me,
Yeah.
is seeing things, there's just so much.
Yeah, that would probably help us too. We would probably be allowed to do it, but it's kind of fun.
Nobody's allowed, but you can.
Yeah. You can get away with it. Yes.
No one enforces it.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
And were you happy with the attendance at your fair this year?
No.
No.
Well,
And why do you think, because I mean, there were interesting people
I
there.
really don't think people hear about it. I just
Yeah.
don't know how to get through.
Yeah,
There were so few, like, yeah,
Last
I
time
mean,
they-
everybody that was there we were talking amongst each other.
yeah, I only saw one small child.
Yeah, I think it wasn't really clear to some people too what it was all about. I mean, because what was written on the invitation itself, or the posters that we hung out, it was pretty general. I don't know,
Yeah,
I
but
don't know
still.
what to grab them.
I mean, if we did it together, we need to be at the library for the way the library's set up, and also the library, we have a great partnership with them, and they're very, very generous with letting us use some of their supplies and helping us. But if
And-
you were at Goodwin School, then the parking lot's shared.
Yeah, but they, on this particular year, they had the No Kings rally. And I
Right.
did know people that
I
said
do
they
think
stayed
that- yeah,
around,
that's
they
true.
just stayed out of the town. They just said because.
And other
Yeah, we
people
could've-
participated in.
Oh, so the people who participated in the rally came late, but what you're saying is people thought, oh, that's.
They
a
just
headache
stay
for
away from the
me.
town.
Yeah, I don't think we thought maybe some people would come, but they didn't. I mean, that would have been a later part of our space, or
Well,
12
a
to
few
1.
people
or
came
whatever.
after.
People came
Years
after.
came out
They did.
after the rally.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
assume there was.
Yeah.
But I know
showed
other
up,
people
but-
just avoided the
Oh,
town
that
because of the
makes
crowd.
sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just was bad timing again with.
And
the-
next year, do you always have it at the pavilion, or have you in the past? 'Cause
Pavilion
next
will be
year you
fun.
won't
It's very second
Right, you
year.
won't be able to do that.
Now, last year we had it at the middle school in the gym,
Oh, okay.
which wasn't bad, except it was cavernous. It was
I
just
mean, it's too
huge. And they were very accommodating and all that, but it was for the size of our audience. You know, we just said, well, let's try Vicky Duffy because it's more intimate.
Right.
It's not bad space, but yeah, they won't be.
And
obviously
people
won't
out of
cover.
town didn't really know where the whole school was too.
Yeah,
So, not everyone comes from within the town, and so it might have been a little bit more difficult to.
Yeah,
right.
and yeah, it's hard to tell. I mean, we had the address, but yeah. I mean, Goodwin would be the same thing. They're gonna
Right.
have to find that.
Yeah.
But we
Gets a lot of traffic. I think everybody in town
Right.
goes past that school at least once a day.
Right.
Yeah,
It seems like a much more.
well, that's true. You're right.
Maybe we could put a lawn sign.
And
That'd
then
be
if
good with
the
the
sign is,
Yeah.
the day of, you should be able to put a sign there because it's taking place on that.
Mhm.
It's the signs at random locations off-site that are allowed, but sign on the property should be fine temporary, or just for the day.
We have the library send home information to the parents from the schools. But this year, I think that happened in a timely fashion. So I'm not sure that helped us with the previous year. I know parents.
I mean, again, our audience is gonna be adults, not that you
Right.
can't bring children, but it is primarily adults, young adults or whatever. So.
And a lot of our vendors did have, say that they had activities
Yeah,
for children.
kids if they, yeah.
So
Not
Not that we-
compared to.
not like your,
Yeah.
personal.
And if you did do it on a different date, like this year, now that I saw what it was about, I mean, we could certainly have a garden club information there, but we've done some activities with kids that we could also do at your fair, but I only saw one small child the year before. Did you get kids?
There were a couple. There were
Yeah.
a few. Yeah.
But if we did it jointly.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think there'd be
Know how to get
some
kids.
overlap. I'm not sure.
I don't think we've tried to put it out, or certainly if it went out through the high school, that would have been very appropriate because we had environmental career information and high school kids are able to.
Well, that was another reason I was glad that I went to your fair because I chair the Garden Club Scholarship Committee.
Yeah,
And we notify the school, we put it out on Facebook, do all the publicity for it, but it's hard with the enrollment numbers being down. It's hard to get kids. So when I saw the high school ecology kids come in, I went over to talk to them and encouraged two of them who were seniors.
yeah.
Found a scholarship winner there. So I went to your fair.
Right.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think, do you work with the ecology club at all?
Well, we have a student representative. She's not here tonight,
Okay.
but she takes information back and I think she does. And I thought we did some pointed advertising at the high school, but it may not have been enough.
They had
Yeah,
another
yeah.
event going on. Remember they,
Oh, yeah, they were over in Fenwick
Just-
planting,
they-
right?
Planting, yeah, any of.
and they came, a
Yeah,
couple
then. a
came.
couple
Yeah, and then like
came.
about 5 of them
Yes.
came. They went
They were
there, they
doing,
came
yeah,
over.
plugs. They were
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the
seagrass
problem.
plugs.
Yeah,
Yeah, and again, we can't.
conflict with everything.
Predict,
Yeah,
so it's, maybe we, I'll be honest, I feel after 2 years, I'm like a little deflated. But maybe, if we start talking about this in the fall again, I'm just loath to ask the vendors again.
Yeah.
I agree. I think we
Because-
should take a year
No,
off.
yeah.
Yeah, let's just- yeah.
And try to figure out how we
Figure
can get
out.
the word
Yeah.
out better, because it's not fair to
Yeah, it
Yeah.
isn't.
everyone's very nice, and
Yeah.
it is nice to just talk with each other too, that, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because it is a fair amount. It's enough work.
Yeah.
To reach out to everybody, do the follow-up and thank yous and get the space and all of that sort of thing. So, not
do
that
you think
it's,
it's a reflection on the town though, and people aren't that concerned with the environment? Because like when you go to Mystic, it's amazing, like there's so much energy that.
or Chester or
The
Essex.
Groton Library
There's
is
a lot,
huge.
there's a lot of groups that are, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, everybody was there and people were going through and paying attention to everything. But I feel like in Stonington and Mystic, people are more environmentally aware than they are in North
yeah,
Saybrook.
maybe. I mean, it's
Well, I
hard to
wonder
say.
if, were there more like sponsors? Because that's what I've been thinking, that it should be not just the commission organizing it, but like other groups, like the garden club and, just
Then
getting a
share
bunch of
the
groups
mailing list.
In
together.
Mystic, it
Lions
got,
Club or whatever.
yeah, it got started by, there's a guy, he was a teacher, his name's Jason, and he has a store, it's called the Diddy Bag, and it's in Mystic, and it's where it's like you bring your own containers and you can buy stuff from him, and it's like a use and recycle place. And he sells a variety of stuff. There's a little cafe in front of it, but he was the one that sponsored the first fair they had. And like they have 2 food trucks outside their fair. I mean, it's really fun.
Wow.
But they do have, he did the sponsorship initially, and now like everybody wants to be there. So I think that would help.
Yeah,
But
that's
who
a
do you
different
think would be a town,
flavor, yeah.
like a town business that you could see sponsoring your fair? Because I don't,
Well, I don't know if there'd be a town business, but I mean, maybe.
like,
Maybe.
what's an
But
environmental?
but I'm just thinking like other groups, like some of the groups that,
Wild
we invite.
birds, yeah.
yeah. Oh, well,
Well, you have the guy from the Autobahn there.
New barn, like to go to Smith's. The
Oh, Scott,
flower place down the.
Yeah.
Oh, Scott.
palm trees out.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and Van Wilgens is
Yeah.
expanded, so I think that would,
Maybe too, like if we piggyback it with hike, a guided hike, and you can show up for the hike and see the vendors. But also, I think, partnering with another group or being a presence in your thing. If the Conservation Commission was represented there, it might pique some people's interest in conservation. What do we do?
I think, sorry.
go ahead.
I think so many groups in town are struggling with this, the preserve, the land trust, maintaining, open space properties. The land trust has trouble. They're aging, the people who normally do the stewardship are aging out. They're trying to get new people. It feels like, and Essex, that there's a waiting list to be responsible for an open space in Essex. It's just up the road.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know I'm curious about it. What's the difference?
Well, it's a different community, yeah. Old Saybrook's so much more seasonal.
It is. I was
Yeah,
thinking
so
about that actually.
And that makes a
And-
big difference when you.
And
And it-
senior, and senior.
And senior, no, our average age is what, 16?
Are we more senior than Essex?
Oh, yeah.
I bet we
Really?
are. I bet we are.
More senior than anyone. Someone told me the demographic.
Wow, well,
The
that's really
average retirement demographic for a Connecticut town is 17%. Somebody told me we're at 40.
Yes.
Which I believe.
No, we are.
I don't know that that's official or anything.
No, we're in the,
believe
we're in the
that.
we're in the 60s.
Yeah, I know it's in the
For the
60s,
town.
the average age.
Just in our little association, it's in the 70s, both 70s.
One of the things that they were doing there that I thought was nice, it was one of the organizations from UConn, and they had a big banner, and it was a big canvas banner, and they were asking people to paint. It had some artist had done the sketch of it, and I forget where it was going to hang, but if we did something that encouraged people, and then maybe the library would hang it and hang in town hall or something like that.
Senior center. That's evidently where.
But it's hard. We have trouble getting kids to our events we do at the library. And when we first started doing it, I mean, they used to fill up, there used to be a waiting list, and then pandemic hit, and we've made a gradual comeback from that. But it's hard because Old Saybrook is not a young town. And again, we compete with sports, with everything we do. So I don't know for sure that we're going to do our Earth Day next year. I mean, we buy supplies and we prepare, and then when we get less kids, I gotta spend a lot of time at Staples doing all my Amazon returns for what we didn't use. And we've had the opportunity to go into the school and do some projects this year, and that works out well because we know how many kids we have, we know what classes we're in. So we might do something like that. But if you're going to do something, let us know, because we might end up tagging on to what you do. And with the kids in the ecology club, when I talked to them, they liked the idea of doing something because they can use it as community service hours and stuff. So like I talked to them about if we offered face painting. See, last year we offered face painting, but I had to bribe 2 of the people from the garden club. They really didn't want to do it, and I made them. But kids, like high school kids, could do something like that. But yeah, it's hard. It's really a challenge. But I thought the fair, again, I had no idea I would learn so much about my town. I've lived here for 10 years. I signed up to be on a committee, and I signed 2 petitions. I've never signed a petition before. And that's the only way that I would know about it is through your fair.
Well, and that just was happenstance that particular thing was going on, and Carolyn came really to be as sort of SOS Trees, but really not that, you don't want to promote trees, but she was there collecting the
She was the busiest person in the room.
Yeah, and it was all about it. And which was great for her and great for that whole cause and all the rest of it. And I mean, I've written a letter to the governor and all that sort of thing, but it was, sort of a one-time thing that really took up, some of that space. But I guess there's some food for thought because, I think about, all right, so if we have this, more aging population, but then we still have children and, young adults, then is it more geared towards them? And because this is, you always think about these are the kids who we hope will save the earth, kind of thing, right? Like they're going to, be passionate. Like I keep thinking about Talia, who's our last student rep, and she went into environmental policy, so, and I think there was somebody else I talked to from, so it's things that, really they park their interest, to go and.
Well, at the Groton, they have high school students there. There's UConn students there. Connecticut College has a booth. And with the high school students, they do something where they put them in touch with like people from the state legislatures and stuff like that. So I feel like there is an opportunity to work with the high school.
Yeah. I mean, Fitch is huge compared to Old Saybrook.
Yeah, Old Saybrook, it's we're pretty, this year we had one person apply for the scholarship.
Wow.
It's yeah. I mean, it's a small population of kids and then you have to be interested in pursuing environmental, horticultural issues or whatever. And I think the incoming class is even smaller.
It's going everywhere. It's going down.
Yeah. Well,
All
if
right.
you think of anything, let me know if you think you're gonna do a fair or an event, and then I'll keep you posted on what we end up doing. When do you decide, like for the vendors you had, when did you contact them?
Just before Christmas.
Yeah, we started in around late fall into January,
Okay.
February sort of thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I had a thought. It's so hard to get people to come just in Old Saybrook, and other towns seem to be more successful. And the vendors aren't Old Saybrook specific for the most part. We're not combining with our surrounding towns. And then it wouldn't be as much work for this commission. Everybody could just sort of take on a few tasks and then get people from a wider area, and take advantage of their resources, pooling resources, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe. Unless you want it to be very Old Saybrook specific.
No, it is. I mean, that kind of went through my mind too. I know, I can't think of her name. It's in my notes here somewhere, but someone who, their conservation commission in Essex, I think is pretty new, or they're just sort of forming and norming, kind of like right now. So she called me, we talked once and picked my brain about what we do. And so I
And they
know
have
that
a
would be it.
sustainability committee too.
Oh, right, that's
Unless it
right.
is the conservation commission, I'm not sure. But they do a lot of outreach, their sustainability.
Yeah.
They have a big garden club too.
Big land trust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big everything.
Well, they have a lot of, they have a lot of properties.
Demographics of
Yeah.
Essex.
They do have a lot of.
I believe that we're older, but I don't believe that they're very young.
No, but I think combining with other towns, I think that's a good idea.
About that.
Because it's a shame to not
think
do
so.
anything. Like, when the towns are close enough.
And people are more likely to feel that the event was successful just because it's vibrant and that it's enough people.
Right, that's what happens in Groton. There's
Yeah.
a lot of energy,
Right.
and again, there's all kinds of stuff going on there. But they have the library there is really big, so they have room for everybody.
Yeah.
I guess that's a really good point too, having it at the library, so people are already there, and then you're bringing in more people, so it doesn't seem so empty. You're just thinking that.
They have people there though, and this is how, I don't know how this would work at our library, but they have people there also, like authors that are selling their books, like children's authors that have written about recycling and nature. They have some vendors that are outside, so I don't think our library would let any like financial transactions take place. I think that's one of their policies. You can't use things for profit, do things for profit there. But they have a lot of, they had people from setting up an art studio in East Lyme that's going to have gardens on its grounds and stuff. Like they just have a huge variety of people there. Like they have people promoting electric cars. They have a lot of coastal access people were there. So I think if you get the right facility that people are comfortable going with, and there, the Groton Library shares a parking lot with their very big senior center. So there's enough space for everyone to park. There's room for everybody. It is.
Great. It's pretty accessible off of 95, that whatever exit on, what is that one? What route? I forget what route it is. It takes you right down.
Yeah. So the Essex
easy to
Library
get to.
is small. And then
Our
Essex,
libraries.
they have a regional school.
All right. Well,
That's
okay.
great.
I think it's all food for thought, and
Well, I was
Well,
glad that I
thank you.
went.
Well, thank
Great, great, thank you.
I'm glad you got
that.
a student.
The first 15 minutes I was there, I texted my husband, I said, this is god awful boring, nobody's here. And then when I came home, and he's like, so you stayed longer? I said, yeah, I did. I said, I signed 2 petitions, I volunteered to be on a committee, I rounded up kids for the scholarship.
Well, thank you.
Thanks,
Appreciate
thanks
your
for
time.
coming.
Thank you, Van. See you later this week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chris, can I have her name?
What's her last name, Suzanne?
Burns.
Burns.
Oh.
I know, I didn't know her.
And she's president of the garden?
No.
No.
Just
Yeah,
garden club member, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you in the garden club?
No, my wife is on it.
Oh, okay, I was wondering.
I've contemplated it off and on. There are a couple of men, token males.
Yeah. David.
I do enough work for them. I ought to be a member.
Right,
I feel like you are a member. Well, you should be honorary member.
I walk, when they
Yeah.
put the median plantings in,
Mhm.
I'm in charge of walking up and down the whole main street and doing all the plumbing repairs
So there you go, yeah.
I guess that's
and
garden.
how to set the timers.
Sort of garden.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
important stuff.
All right, well, let's get back to the agenda and try to get through this in some meaningful time. All right, let's see, going down to regular business minutes from last month, April 14th. Are there any corrections, edits, comments?
No,
It looked good to me.
Good.
Yeah, it looked good. If there are none, do I have a motion to approve minutes?
I make a motion.
second.
Who said? All right,
Give it to Peter.
All right,
Give it to
all right.
Peter.
All right, Deb and Peter. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? Okay, minutes approved. All right, correspondence and announcements. So I guess I'll just throw this in here because I don't know where else I would really put this in, but I think all got an invite to, I think it was called the thing last night. What was it? It was the land use, and it was a presentation by Deep. Were you on, Joe, by any chance? Did you call in? No.
No,
I thought we all got an invite. No,
But it was
maybe.
in person only.
yeah, I think.
Well, and it turned out that, well, you know what? That's funny because there were a lot of people that zoomed in, but they were from like Westbrook and stuff. So I don't know if a separate invite went out to them that was Zoom, because I remember I came home and I said, I don't remember seeing a Zoom like, well, anyway, not to belabor that whole point. I decided to go and I couldn't even remember what it was about, but it really wasn't pertaining to anything with Conservation Commission, but there was a Connecticut Coastal Management Act that was passed. I'm not sure exactly when, but there were 3 people there from Deep, and we have, and it was primarily discussing what this act and sort of all the things around it have to do with it. And it requires coastal municipalities to incorporate coastal policies into their plans. So it had a lot to do with tidal wetlands. So not really our inland wetlands, but tidal wetlands. I'm going to look at my phone because I was taking notes on my phone. There were 3 priorities: coastal resource preservation. So most of it was like bread and butter things we know, right? That, you want to be careful or, protect the coast in all kinds of ways. Managing coastal flood hazard areas, so they talked a lot about the whole stormwater runoff and that, when you're building things and stuff. And then also water dependent uses. So again, paying attention to those like marinas, public access, and beach. So this is all, sort of coastal Connecticut. There is a public access guide website. And I just Googled it really quickly before coming here. And it actually, it's amazing, I have to say, with the whole AI on Google, because it went right to ct.gov, pulled everything together. And, it was just this summary. So it was kind of interesting. And then they took like all these different subsections of beaches and whatever, and, went through all the different sort of regulations. And so what it comes down to for the town, if somebody comes in with an application, because they use this as an example to put in a swimming pool, and it's like from here to there to a tidal wetland sort of thing, then, it's gonna, the town's gonna say, no, it's gotta go to deep, or, and they're gonna say, no, you need to move the pool. And so it's really just understanding, I think, more for your, for planning and zoning and stuff. I'm looking at all of that, because of course Chris was there, but yeah, it was really just helping the town to understand. And they had this whole decision tree that he clearly walked through, like if this and that, and it helps the town to decide when do they really need to go to deep versus no, you can make this call. It's pretty much clear cut that no, that's not impacting anything coastal going, because what came into mind is that I think this will be, when we finally submit, or whoever submits plans for like Mariner's Way, that will definitely be going through this, because there's the marina there. And if you take that out, and I thought this was good to bring up, like, so if you take, I'm not saying they're going to do this, but let's just say that there was a plan to take the marina out. Well, that's public use. That's like people that use it for their boats. And so you just can't blanketly go and do that. And you still want to put in a walkway to still have public use. So I thought it was pretty thoughtful. It wasn't like something that seemed really heavy-handed. So anyway, I sat through it for an hour and a half, and then I left. So anyway, I thought I'd pass that on to you guys. It just as FYI.
yeah.
So.
I don't know how long that
Interesting.
program's been in place, as long as I've been working here. It was in place before that. But I think recently it's gotten a lot more stringent on the state's part. They had delegated the responsibility pretty much to the towns, I believe.
Yeah.
And now they're stepping in and saying, we want to review a lot more things that we used to just let you decide.
Yeah. And in what they said, which I want to think this was true for you guys, is that all the towns, and maybe it's like if we're smaller, but they have a designated person from deep. Like we have Braden, who is your direct contact, our direct contact. And so they said, we're hoping to eliminate some of the delay and red tape. Yeah, but you're right. It's not anything really new, but it does sound like it's a resurgence of, helping municipalities understand what they need to do. So anyway, anything from you, Lynette?
Just one quick thing.
Okay.
When I came in this evening, there's a message from a Diane Kinderman who would like to talk to the Conservation Commission about banning rodenticides.
About what?
Banning rodenticides.
Oh,
I didn't call her back yet, because it was just a little while ago that I just got this message, and I figured let me just bring it up here and see if you're open to having somebody come and speak. And then when I get back to her, I can let you know that.
so rodents.
Rodenticides.
Kill rodents.
Yeah, now I'm being obtuse. Slightly.
Poison
No, I'm
rodents.
just thinking about, so the thing that we passed last year that sort of made us pollinator friendly, but I thought that took it, I guess it was insecticides. It wasn't so much rodenticides.
It was more great
It was more
Yeah.
herbicides and insecticides.
geared towards pollinators. This one's
This is
geared
mammals.
towards saving the birds, basically, or other.
Yeah.
Vectors
and animals.
Just died.
Last year, the owls in the
Yeah.
cemetery.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, no, I know.
What's this? Okay.
The owls in the cemetery raise chicks every year, and last year the female was poisoned with rodenticide. Well, it's not.
She ate the
She
bait.
ate the.
Yeah, she ate.
No, they don't have to eat the bait. They eat the mouse that eats the bait.
Right,
Or they eat
right,
the chicken that eats the bait.
Right.
So they don't
So
need
it
to.
carries.
So that's what people think, that if it's in a box and a bird can't get it, that it'll fix the problem. And it's not at all.
Yeah.
So how long's chipmunk alive after eating?
Long enough, it's probably a little easier to catch when it's not feeling well.
Well,
But
okay,
it's-
good point.
That's how and it happens frequently. It's a real,
No, I'm
really big.
conscious of that.
Yeah.
So if you're open
So-
to having her come and
Sure, why not?
What would we be able to do?
I don't know.
well, I think a ban would have to take.
It could be something that the town has to.
don't-
The
not
town,
use the
yeah.
scent.
We can make a recommendation.
Right, but I mean, there's the
Right.
town committing to not using rodenticide, but then,
Oh,
right,
yeah, no, that's a good point.
but
Yeah.
then, what can we, yeah.
Yeah,
So
we're
anyway,
talking about-
that's,
It would
Yeah,
have to
the
be
town,
something
but-
rather state level.
She would not have to twist up too many rooms in this commission, I don't think.
No,
I think
no,
the
But
chance to
I'm
look
not sure what
into
we
it,
can do.
right,
That's the-
right.
But it may be going, either maybe there's bill already proposed, I have no idea. I have to look into
Right.
it, but if there were.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good,
Yeah.
'cause you're right. There's not much. I mean, we're not gonna keep Mr. Smith from, putting,
What's the alternative?
To rodenticide,
Yeah,
raptors and bobcats
No, but I
and
meant-
foxes.
Mouse traps, balloon traps.
they
No,
have,
but
they have field.
they actually say that the natural predators are more effective than
yeah.
the rodenticide. I don't know
But
if
you
that's
have to-
true, but that's what the information says. So,
No, but I mean, if
Sealing
somebody,
up your home properly so they don't.
Yeah.
get inside.
yeah,
Right.
that's what I'm thinking you need to push is
Mhm.
the alternatives from the human perspective.
Right.
not just
Right.
web.
right.
So think of chipmunks. They come near the bird feeder, but they've never been in the house. They're not destructive. I think they're cute. And I do hope that, the raptor comes by and snags one here and there. And,
Well,
but, I guess it's an education thing too, to
I think
say.
I think
know,
that's the role we have
That's
is
the
to
role.
educate.
It's one thing if you have a
We have
mouse in
very
your
limited
house.
ability to educate, we've found.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, we have not mastered our
I mean, we can certainly.
voice.
But she
Well, but
reached out.
we
to-
have that
Yeah, I mean, we could have like a talk on it, or I don't know, we could do something, have a talk.
We had flyers.
That's, I remember when I was taking Master Gardener classes, people who exterminator came to speak to our class, and he said that mice are filthy and they carry diseases, and they should not be in, so they especially should not be in schools. So it might be tough to just say, don't use this when you don't know the other side of the issue. And so it would be kind of interesting to hear why.
Yeah.
Why are they used? And.
Yeah.
Well, the
Especially with the antivirus.
Right, that's true. Yeah,
You have to kind of make sure you're promoting
it
the
would
right
be
thing
good
or
to,
the
yeah,
alternatives.
and there are places where they're banned, rodenticides are banned. It would be interesting to understand better how they're managing, because just in our church, we had rodenticide stations outside. It was just something someone set up a long time ago, and I think we had a service replace the bait. And when we realized what those boxes were, we just said, well, how about we just put a couple of live traps so that we can see what's going on. And we've just monitored them, and indoors, we don't have a problem.
Yeah.
There might have been, things seen outdoors,
Right.
but we can see that indoors,
So
there's no
there's
problem.
no
And if
problem,
there
yeah.
is a problem indoors, then we'll deal with that, but.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I guess, we can, each of us, if you think of it between now and our next meeting, just Google it and see, and just see what we can, and, we could invite her and hear her out for, just because I think it's a valid concern, but
Yeah.
again, making it clear, we're not sure what we can do,
Yeah.
but we can
Mhm.
certainly look into.
Okay.
So Chris, I don't know if this is an announcement, but did you find out if that committee we were on got disbanded?
I believe it did.
Yeah.
The recycling,
Oh, really?
the waste and recycling task
Yeah.
force was disbanded.
It wasn't supported at the Board of Selectmen meeting that they presented.
Oh,
it was 24 to
I think
22.
it was for contractor.
Told the unit based
Yeah.
pricing.
Yeah.
It was defeated.
Oh,
So they couldn't go forward.
Yeah. Look, Nina couldn't go and I couldn't go, and if the two of us went, it would have been a tie vote. Because they just made people stand up and move over here if you're for it, move over here if you're against
Oh
it.
my.
It's very small.
And this was just the educational part.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's kind of a shame.
Wow.
now everybody likes their free
Trash.
at the
They don't
landfill.
want to take the bags.
Well, and the thing
I mean-
is, they may not pay for bags now, but they're gonna pay for something. maybe.
I know, right? It's, yeah, it's sort of
They don't want to pay
penny
for
wise,
bags?
pound foolish sort of thing.
Yeah, so in an effort to reduce the amount of waste that goes into
The
the
land,
truckloads.
just, yeah, the truck,
Right.
yeah, right.
This gets shipped out to Ohio, they were gonna, the town was proposing that each household get a bag and you put all your waste in that bag to try and reduce the amount.
Okay,
Because we have no incentive whatsoever.
yeah,
To reduce waste,
yeah,
No, we really don't.
yeah,
Yeah.
other than
Yeah.
our trying to be selectmen begging.
right.
Well,
Right.
Carl had said that when, I guess he first became elected, it was $47 a ton to transport that trash out of the state. Now it's up to 147.
Yeah.
And we don't know what the number's gonna be in 2027.
Oh, yeah, with the gas prices up. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, boy. Okay.
All
right,
So
let's
many
move on.
issues.
I know.
Makes you want to crawl under the table.
I know.
Off the record.
All right. Well, maybe there's some good news out of our committees. Peter, what's happening in inlands? Usually, yeah,
Right.
usually not anything good out of the inland wetlands either.
I can't think of,
It's pretty quiet right
Yeah,
now. We've
it's,
got the one
we've had brief meetings with 1 or 2 residential issues.
King Street, right?
Yeah,
And the last one withdrew.
yeah.
And there's a new application coming up. The town garage is doing an expansion. That you'll be seeing that.
I see.
Okay.
There's
Nothing
the-
more
the
about,
expansion behind,
yeah, Mystic
Mystic
Market.
Market.
That was the one that withdrew.
Didn't we? Okay,
Uh,
that's good.
They withdrew their application.
Oh, wow.
For it.
Yeah. Well,
Interesting.
okay. So positive. All right, preserve ad hoc. We did not meet in April. So nothing really changed there. No news.
Land trust also did not meet. They just had their annual meeting, so.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, and I completely forgot I was going to try to go and you were away and then I think it was really crappy weather too. It's like, I don't want to go out. All right, Joe, Parks and Rec.
Just a little bit of news. So, Kyle came to the meeting and talked about Saybrook Point. They had questions because, Park and Rec is going to be a major part of the planning. So, he did point out that environmental engineers are reviewing right now. They're doing title searches and they are just ready to put out a request for proposal for landscape architect.
Oh,
And the participants in this whole process are Parks and Recreation, Economic Development, Planning, and the Board of Selectmen. Okay. Then they just did general rules, regulation review. And then I'm not gonna go into details in the record, but then all the events coming up in April, like, at that time was the Easter egg hunt, the T-ball registry, all that stuff. Under old business, I was under new business, under old business. They just, again, for the season that the Little League fields are open, registration. Mini golf is open first week of May, then it goes full-time after Memorial Day weekend. And they talked about some of the new installations, layouts, what they're doing for that. Harvest Beach, the ongoing neighbors being upset by the music and crowds. So they are looking possibly at solutions and location issues, which they have to address because the season's opening up. They have an ongoing problem there that the people just hate the vendors there, the surrounding. So, regards strategic plans, Clark community needs an archaeological study because of the federal grant. And so they have an ad hoc committee is going to be formed to do that. Nothing on kayaks, preserve update. They did have to meet with the state in terms of recreational plan. And they're also need to include an archaeological study, vernal pool study, and trails plan. And no other business, and that's pretty much it. There's chairman just thanked everybody at the meetings, but there's no other. Okay.
great, thank you. Nina.
Oh, I wasn't able to attend.
Okay. see. Millie's not here. Lynette, Sustainable CT.
Not much to say, we're plugging away. Yeah,
Okay.
no, skip it this month and
Notice to make
Okay.
typos.
hope we'll have something there. So
Just-
we're still working on
Okay,
it.
thanks.
Open space monitoring. I'm moving on to land stewardship. Then. So open space monitoring. We were supposed to be at Board and Selectmen like right now.
Yeah.
They changed the time, but we're gonna go the end of the month.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, no, Lord, you're gonna be on vacation, but I think we're going
She'll do the presentation.
2 weeks from now, yeah, last Tuesday of the month, fourth Tuesday. Okay.
So I revised the presentation and the document. I'm just trying to come up with a new map that is legible. You can't see the numbers, it's just so small in the document itself. So I've been working on that and I'm going to have that too before the end of the week.
Okay.
I'm not really on vacation, I'm just going to Florida to work.
Well, that's
10 days, so.
well, but you did present to
Did the planning commission.
planning commission. So how was it received?
Yeah, there was a lot of questions. Yeah, I think it was received pretty well.
Okay.
Yeah, they were the map. They did mention the map. They couldn't only see where the properties were on the map we had. So Lori's going to take that big map that we created, and I plotted out all the properties on that, so the selectmen will be able to see that.
If it's does it have to be a PDF or something, in the electronic version, you should be able to zoom in and see it really well online. And I think that's how most people access the documents these days. Is
Yeah, everything right.
we have links to every document on the website. You can just click on it and you can pull it up or download it. And read it. So hopefully it'll at least be very legible online, even if when you print it, it only comes out this big.
And you and I can add that link to the presentation. So
Yeah,
we'll put the
yeah.
links and the map.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have to get it on the website by then. Okay. Unless it already is. But I'm excited for this. I didn't put it on the website.
I get it from the assessment, or should I ask now?
The map that you're creating for the document.
Correct, yeah. With the numbers and everything else.
Yeah, so when your report's done, I can try and get it right up on the website.
Okay.
And then we'll have a link to share.
Yeah, and during the meeting, you can just
Maybe we could even do that.
open it up and yeah.
Share.
Okay. All right.
Okay, they're all there.
So pollinator pathway, I'm going to start because I've been down there.
I just saw it today and I thought, I was like, I think Chris is here. I saw the work. I was like,
So, yeah, so really quickly, I went down Saturday, Alan came with me, my husband, and I hear this music and it's like Saturday at, I don't know, 10:30, 11. I was trying to beat the rain that was supposed to come. And it's the pitch and putt thing the mini golf was open. And I'm like, it was such an icky day. And sure enough, people started coming in. And I was like,
wow.
I mean, not that it was hordes of people, but it wasn't like a sunny day, but that place is just amazing.
It grows every year.
Amazing, yeah. So I had music in the background while we were working. So did a bunch of weeding, and I contacted Ray, and they are going to mulch in the next couple weeks. So I don't think, they sort of hold off because I know my guy hasn't mulched my gardens. I think they just sort of wait. The water, the irrigation is already on. I'm not sure it's been on, but it's on. So hopefully that will be there. So if you went down, so a lot of the plants look good. I guess so I went back down yesterday. Today's Tuesday. Yeah, I went back down yesterday and did a whole bunch more weeding and by the big sign that we have, the big pollinator sign. I don't know if you saw, there's this big gaping hole. There was grass in there that was like the grass. You couldn't pull it out. It was so embedded because I went back down. I had my major shovel. I had the big, whatever you call it, rake sort of thing. And I worked on it and got most of it out. But if you saw, it's embedded in the
the asters are on the side. Yeah. How did that happen? That
I don't
house
know. I
grass
mean,
would grow
'cause
there.
it was like this big, like it had been growing for years. It was
Yeah.
like alien. I was just having all these amazing thoughts. So
Sweet.
anyway, it is an issue because I don't know how we're gonna get it out from the asters, and I'm thinking, all right, do we just dig up all the asters? Try to separate, or asters and grass, and try to separate it and save the asters, or just start all over? So you and I can maybe go down and take a look at it, because, and then the other piece is that, yeah, if anybody, and I admit, I just sort of go down when I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna go down now, so I haven't emailed you guys to say, could you go down? But if anybody has, you know, a half an hour anywhere, just take a little bag and just pull a few weeds, and I want to try to get most of them out. A lot of them are pretty easy and little. I trimmed everything. Everything is, all the dead stuff from last year is gone, so that's all cleaned out. So there's the one plant that's kind of dead. I'm waiting to see if maybe it might, because I forget what it was. It's pretty woody.
Oh, I know what you mean. It was the chokeberry, I think,
Exactly.
that we kept trying to see if we could salvage it. It's been a
okay,
few
then
years.
Oh,
It's-
all right, then
it's-
I'll dig it.
Yeah, I think it's,
Dig it out.
I think
yeah.
it's done.
And then I think you and I.
Choked.
Yeah, yeah, right.
It's
a lot of
gone.
It looked really good. I mean, I kept forgetting all the names of everything, but,
You take any pictures?
I was using my, what is it, you know, picture this thing. And, let's see, where's my,
I gave you the sketch. Yes, yeah.
where is my,
Well, you do, yes. I didn't want to
Where's
post it
my
on the website because it was so, I don't know, not very fancy. Yeah, it's, yeah, we need.
here we go.
But yeah, I handed out last
Oh,
time.
there's good. Anyway, I don't want to take
Plants.
too much time. I was taking, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's
So
functional.
mostly-
It's
most of
functional
it-
for us.
Everything perennials mostly?
Oh, yeah, they're all, yep.
They're all
The
perennial.
thorny.
Yeah, I know, but where's the? You don't have
This
it
is the
posted
map.
anywhere.
I can't.
The,
No, this is just for us to use. I mean, it's not very fancy.
That's all right, don't
posting,
worry.
but-
You handed out last.
Yeah, oh, yeah, I can get you a copy.
oh, it's
Yeah,
getting
I'll get you a
mixed up
copy.
with,
I don't think I have an extra.
yeah, I don't know why they're not everything is shown on here, but anyway, no, everything is, yeah, the aromatic asters, the yarrow, the mountain mint, whitewood asters. The evergreen, the candy tuft, this looks lovely, the little white stuff. The little white
Oh,
flowers, yeah.
Yeah, is that what that was?
That's what this says, yeah, evergreen candy tuft.
Okay.
And, yeah. So, yeah, if, you know, just needs a little more TLC with the weeding. And they'll be doing mulch, and then I think Deb, we were gonna try to do this maybe offline. We can just go down, you can bring your list and we'll identify. Oh, I know what I asked you.
Oh,
Do you
and I've got the labels.
You have the labels?
Yes, I need to bring those down.
Okay,
We can
because I
look up.
thought about that after I left. I'm like, why don't I remember? Oh, God.
Yeah, I took them down for the winter.
Yeah, no.
And which was good since it snowed and they probably all.
Because I can help, yeah, if you want to make a date, we can put we put the labels on. I can help you with that. That won't take long.
Yeah, that's.
And then, oh, okay.
Did you buy
Thank
anything? And there's enough for anybody who's involved in the gardens.
Okay, great. Okay. Yeah, so I was actually overall pleased. You know, it just needs, because I think last year we really, you know, we sort of fell off the wagon with weeding, and I think that, and then that stupid grass.
Yeah, that's very strange.
Yeah.
There's a new marsh grass. One of my neighbors was telling me, we share the same landscaping company, and she said her landscaper told her there's this grass that when the birds come out of the marsh and they walk on your lawn, these grass seeds get in there. And I was noticing them today when I was mowing the lawn. The grass grows really fast and it's really deep.
Yeah, these were,
And they don't know how to kill it yet.
it's really gnarly. I mean, the roots were long and
Oh, wow.
yeah, it took, I mean, I'm relatively strong. It took like my whole body weight. Once I got the ground loose enough and then I got my whole thing to pull on it. Okay, anyway, enough of that, but
Question, let's see the point. When they do the new plan, is that gonna impact farming?
I feel like we asked that question.
I think.
And there
I
was,
think we're okay
no,
'cause they're
we're
across
fine.
the
Yeah,
way.
they're,
They're
yeah,
not,
Yeah,
they're not getting our land.
yeah.
Yeah, but
That's, yeah.
Yeah.
Kadama does his thing. He may have some kind of impact there.
Just curious.
No, I thought I heard that from someone of authority that they were not, it was all on Vicky Duffy and not the sidewalk.
You better check.
I will, all right. I'll ask Carl, I guess he would know, right? I don't know, who would
I don't
know?
think there's a plan to take out that garden area, but I could imagine that if they need to maximize parking down there.
Yeah,
that they may
but-
have to reconfigure things at some point.
Yeah,
So I would say it's up in the air perhaps, but I don't think there's a plan.
But there could be a trade here, you know. you could-
well, like, so maybe at the very least, until we know 100% sure, we probably don't spend any more money on it and just deal with the plants that are there now. Cause yeah, it would be all the, I mean, it would be that whole area. It's just not
Right,
poly.
but I was saying, once it's changed, you should have a voice and opportunity to put
Yeah.
in strategically another garden.
Oh, I hope we don't.
Well, yeah, I don't, yeah, honestly, I would, yeah.
Yeah.
You're done with
We
garden.
need, yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah, it was. I mean,
talk
we have a
about,
lot
we
of
all
plants in there.
have
We did-
energy and, you know, that
Yeah.
was, Kelly was here and she was half our age. She did so much work and it's a lot of work.
It's a lot
I mean,
of
it's lovely,
yeah.
but,
No, I know.
I can't even keep up with my own yard, so no, maybe it'll be able to see into skies. No, I'm kidding. Don't put that in.
Yeah.
No, it is not. I mean, it's been a lovely, long, you know, effort to get that thing going, and a lot of people like Bonnie and so many that contributed. You were down there, so we'll see.
Turn the water
Would it
on.
be worth mentioning this to, would it be worth mentioning this to planning and to Carl and to?
At least to the landscape architect as well.
Yes.
Because there should be some sort of
Yeah.
awareness.
Well, you know who would probably be the better one right now, since he's going to be involved, is Ray with Parks and Recs, because he maintains all the other stuff down there. I mean, he does the mini golf, the other rose garden things. They clean that up, and you know, with what's his name, Freddie Castro, who does all the, you know, town stuff. They maintain all the rest of the little gardens down there.
It might be worth requiring that if that is removed, that it has to be replaced somewhere else.
Yeah.
I can bring it up to Park and Rec.
Yeah, all right, yeah, because I think
I'll
you'll
see.
meet before
Yeah.
I see him. That,
They could transplant.
oh, no, our meeting should be next week if he doesn't.
No, ours tomorrow.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
all right, well, then you'll see him first,
Yeah.
and then I'll.
And it's, I
Bring
mean,
it up
eventually
to
Loki
them.
and that sidewalk is
Since they're in
nice.
the planning.
Like they could get rid
Yeah,
of
we're
other
not meeting till
things
the
besides for our garden, you know, there's other
Ask him,
plants
say, you
that are.
know, and it may be
Nothing special.
Just be aware of it, that's all, just be aware. All right.
Yeah, okay, all right, so yeah, you and I can chat and we'll get the labels down and.
Okay, great.
All right.
So I think otherwise we're in pretty good shape, if, you know, like I said, if we could get a few more people down there weeding, and I'll go down, you know, here and there and. Okay, tree preservation, yeah. Not much, nothing going on. Okay. Outreach and education, so the circular and events magazine, so we just did a circular not long ago, but events, did we talk about? You have something for fall events.
Right,
about-
we were thinking about snow removal. I
Snow
think it was.
removal.
Yeah,
But I don't think we don't have
I
anything.
don't think we had anything
Yeah,
for the summer.
Okay.
Didn't we talk about maybe doing something with Fred Mighty? Like what to do if you have the money?
Oh.
Did I hand out that, fact sheet first? Thought I put it in the box.
You might have,
Oh.
Anyway.
oh, from,
Yeah, I don't, I
It was
didn't
an
get it.
idea.
I have
Yeah.
seen it, I think from in the
Is it
past.
like out there, like something we can pick up?
Yeah.
Okay,
Maybe-
great.
maybe I forgot to
You,
put it in
you
the
weren't
box.
at, I don't think you were here.
I wasn't,
Brand,
but sometimes I'll leave things in the
Things for
mailbox.
us, yeah.
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 Um,
No.
if you want
No,
me to
you're
take a
right.
crack at
And it
putting
grows,
something
like
together.
he says you can watch.
What is?
If you, yeah, I mean, it does, obviously it's, you know, it's only 300 words anyway, but I think, yeah, we just wanted to make people aware that you need to go through the right process and don't just cut it because it will come back even more. And that, you know, you need to call, you know,
My neighbor, you know, he's does this path he has in his property with the Phragmites are 7 feet, 8 feet. I mean, it has grown back a foot, he said, just in a matter of weeks. the poor guy, he said, it's almost impossible to get that stuff up. He has to wear a suit and goggles, he said, because you get covered with
Yeah.
stuff when you're trying to remove
Yeah.
it. I mean, I felt so bad for him.
Yeah, no, you gotta cut it and spray it and cut it. It's like a 4-year process when I paid. Well, they were at our environmental fair. Yeah, it's not cheap, but you know, if you have a small amount of space, you know, they'll do it. They get all the right permits.
But
When
what
did you
if-
do yours?
Huh?
How long ago did you do yours?
It finished up last year, so it was like 4 years. So which is 26. So yeah,
Is
it
it
was right
gone?
after COVID. Yeah, it's gone. Oh, yeah, I wish I had taken before and after.
Are you seeing
Picture.
any, native marsh
Yeah,
grasses come
that
up?
little ferns and,
fantastic.
yeah, no, and there's another, it doesn't come out until midsummer, because I did my little, what is it? I think it's some type of a goldenrod that might be just a native wild kind of thing.
Nice.
Yeah, and what's
That's so great.
I mean, it's good and bad, but the other thing is because there's like this, I call it a peninsula, but it really is our property.
Yeah.
So there's marsh like right here, and then there's a little peninsula you can walk, and that's all nice and clear now. It used to have all kind of icky stuff in it and whatever, but right now the deer will just go in there and eat all the little green stuff and not come in my yard. So the deer are happy with the stuff. It's all like little lettuce for them right now, so.
But that plant pushed everything up. There's nothing but
Yeah,
that on his property. He said
Yeah.
everything's gone.
yeah.
Cattails, everything. He
I
said,
know,
is
it's-
pushed
yeah,
out.
we had a
It
few-
strangled everything.
Few
Well, if
cattails will-
I mean, if he's willing to get help, I mean, get the professionals in to do
Yeah.
it, you know, I don't know if he has the resources to do
Well,
that.
it's
but
such
you
a
could give him-
huge, it's probably has such a huge area. It's prohibitively expensive for
Yeah.
him.
I mean, we cut it to, you know, we just sort of made a kind of a boundary of our little peninsula and,
no, his
Swath and
property
then
goes up. I mean, we're talking 30 yards. I mean,
oh, yeah.
his goes right to the Beeman Creek there.
Oh,
From his back. I mean, I haven't been there in a long time, but I was on the walkway. You're talking 150, 200 feet. I mean,
Yeah.
just solid. Just,
well, we're having, I'm having my bathroom upstairs redone, and the contractor was there today, and just a, you know, guy that works on his own, but has been in town forever, and his family. And he said, and he was looking out with what he said, did you guys do that? And I said, yeah, we had it paid. And he said, as a kid, he said, this was all metal. Like none of the Phragmites was here. He said, I have pictures of he said, my grandfather used to go out and cut, I mean, not just, you know, all over with where the Phragmites was. He said, cut down sort of the grass and, you know, with a horse-drawn wagon and go pick it up and turn it into sort of hay. And yeah, it's like, and just, yeah.
You have to redo what you did?
No, I mean, I guess it's been a
doesn't
proven thing
migrate?
that you go through, you know, 3 or 4 cycles of spraying and cutting,
Uh-huh.
spraying and cutting, and then it finally.
yeah,
kills
but
it.
how does
But
it get in there to begin with?
Yeah, won't neighboring Phragmites?
Exactly.
Well, it could, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it might, the neighbor to our left did it. I didn't ask the neighbor to the right, so yeah, there's a chance, but
So how
Yeah.
far is it away? What's the neighboring Phragmite? How far away is it?
it's right on our property line.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Yeah.
That's all right. Enjoy it while it's gone.
Well,
It's coming back.
I know.
It's all,
Oh, I need-
Mighty's already looking at you.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, maybe there's something that, I don't know, they do that can prevent it.
Well, I think
If it
they are
started-
coming back, because I've gone in and, what is that rose stuff that's non-native, multiflora, I always forget the name of it. And I have gone in there and cut that stuff myself, and it's nasty and, you know, and they came back, it was the, all habitat, she said, well, you know, we can, if you want, you know, of course, we're gonna pay them, but just, we could come in and get rid of all that stuff. And I thought, I'm paying you because it's just such a bear. It's just such a bear getting rid of that stuff. So they're gonna keep an eye out, you know.
Or put up signs, no, right.
This is 100% true story.
When I was in Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania has deer crossing signs everywhere because there's favored places where cars light up into them. And this woman called into a radio station to tell them the deer were not crossing at the end. And the guy was flabbergasted at first. He thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
He kept saying, you need to move the sign. I know where they're crossing. Yeah. So you need a pragmatic say, no.
Yeah.
Pragmatic. Yeah.
Stay out.
Keep out. Yeah.
Keep out. Well, yeah. You never know. Power of suggestion, could be a whole new thing. All right. So Lynette, back to her. You're going to, yeah. And if you want to write and then send it to me and I'll take a look at it and, I might, if we have time, because she was so nice, Piper, who's a woman who's like the project manager, whatever she's called it, at All Habitat, who came to the environmental.
Oh,
fair.
yeah, she was lovely.
She, I could shoot it to her and say, hey, we're just gonna put this in our, and just take a look and add your 2 cents and.
Great.
See a good picture.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Picture.
She probably has one.
Like a good fragment. I wish I had a good before and after.
Yeah.
I probably might.
Really?
Well, I've taken pictures of like, well,
Just
no,
take any patch and then.
yeah,
Take
no, let
it
me look through, because I've taken pictures of sunrise and moons and set and moonrise and whatever, so there might be something that will show. Yeah, I'll look. Okay. I should have, all right. Make a note.
So a suggestion on outreach, you always see, like you go to Stop and Shop, you'll see these booths that people set up where they're selling Girl Scout or something. Back in Pittston, we had a portable kind of setup where you could go at high traffic areas and just give out information or make people aware of things and stuff. And businesses let you do that. You're off in the corner. That's just the thought, it doesn't take much effort. Just throw out a table, put it with another, and people get attracted to that. They're there anyways, and just a thought for outreach. And in fact, Penn State used to have a little, the entomology department used to have a little bug, and it would go around and for kids, and it would open up and they pull out a table and they give out things, and it was usually popular. They go to the schools, all in the parking lots. And so just and go to the people instead of thinking them coming to you. Just go to high traffic areas.
Well, you first came on the commission. We did a table, was it, I think we set up a table, it wasn't Chili Fest.
Garden center.
Garden club.
Yeah, the
Center.
garden club.
Yeah.
We've done, I think way back, we were trying to get people to, not use this plastic bags in the grocery store. I mean, there were a couple times we've sat. But yeah, we can
I'm
think
just
the
thought-
right,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, just a thought. It's not much to carry.
Actually, I know that Land Trust does one at the town festival in June,
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
on town
that's
day,
right,
yeah.
they do.
so maybe
Yeah.
we could partner with them.
Yeah, I
And
just.
better information.
Yeah. Yeah.
That just reminded me of Plastic Free July.
Oh.
I mean, that would be good timing, June through September, the next events. When is it?
Oh, yeah, to mention it. Yeah, we did last year. Just,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we did.
Yeah, we did.
Put in like the pledge, the link. Okay. Commission webpage. Additional outreach. I haven't looked at the webpage in a while.
We got that new website.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I looked at it way back when we got the new website.
I haven't done much since then because it's a whole new, I have to learn how to edit it all over again. It's very time consuming, but so I haven't done much to change what's on there. But I will learn.
Okay.
If there's anything that needs to go on, I will.
All right, I'll try to remember to take a look at it. Or if anybody else can, just take a look at it and see. Okay. Anything else?
No.
Oh boy, it's only like 5 after. Good.
It
And
did
after.
well.
All right, well, if there's nothing else, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Joe, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Nobody.